The H1B Guy here, and today we'll discuss USCIS implementing wage-based selection for the H1B lottery, and I approve. But before we get started, I'd like to ask you, if you haven't already, to please subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube and like this video so that I can continue to produce more content like this for you. I also wanted to mention the H1B Guy offers a variety of consulting services. I help businesses and individuals solve complex work authorization issues in the recruitment process while bringing awareness to employment-based immigration benefits. Today's post is brought to you by RecruiterNetworks.com, the smart solution for digital perm ads since 2001. While I discussed this about the H1B lottery changes and the wage rule implementation from two articles last Friday on the H1B Guy News for the week ending January 8th, 2021, I really wanted to dive in today into why I think this is actually a welcome change. As most of you already know, every year on April 1st, the H1B lottery, HCAP, opens to hundreds of thousands of applicants eagerly anticipating having their petition selected, but the odds are not in their favor. Annually, there are only 65,000 H-1B visas that are awarded to skilled workers who only possess a foreign degree that is the equivalent of a U.S. bachelor's and a minimum of 5 years of relevant experience. An additional 20,000 H-1B visas are also awarded to skilled workers who possess an advanced U.S. master's degree or higher and a minimum of 3 years relevant experience. The HCAP lottery timeline was also established, allowing for cases to be submitted back in 2004 from legislation, and this began in March of 2005, where selections began occurring the first week of April of 2005 for fiscal year 2006 that began October 1st, 2005. As recently as fiscal year 2021, USCIS received 275,000 HCAP lottery petitions, giving the employers and individuals a 31% probability of selection. As of fiscal year 2021, USCIS also utilized electronic filings for the HCAP lottery for the first time ever. But let's go back to last Thursday, when very quietly on January 7th, 2021, a USCIS news release stated, quote, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services has announced a final rule that will modify the H-1B cap selection process, amend current lottery procedures, and prioritize wages to protect the economic interests of U.S. workers and better ensure that most highly skilled foreign workers benefit from the temporary employment program. Modifying the H-1B cap selection process will incentivize employers to offer higher salaries and/or petition for higher skilled positions and establish a more certain path for businesses to achieve personal needs and remain globally competitive. This effort will only affect H-1B registrations or petitions if the registration process is suspended, submitted by prospective petitioners seeking to file an H-1B cap subject petitions. It will be implemented for both the H-1B regular cap and the H-1B advanced degree exemption, but it will not change the order of selection between the two as established by the H-1B registration final rule. The final rule will be effective 60 days after its publication in the Federal Register. DHS previously published a notice of proposed rulemaking on November 2nd, 2020, and carefully considered the public comments received before deciding to publish the proposed regulations as a final rule. So in summary, the HCAP lottery is no longer random selection and instead will be based on the individuals with the highest wage level. Announced on November 2nd, 2020 and open for public comments for 30 days, this update from USCIS comes a little over 60 days from the NPRM. This year's HCAP lottery will again utilize electronic petition filings, and the removal of the random selection should make the overall selection process much faster. It'll be very interesting to see how this is going to be implemented. As of the time of this writing, thousands of petitions are currently being prepared and ready to be filed for the April 1st, 2021 lottery opening. If this rule remains in effect, most petitions should be selected and will be notified by early to mid-May 2021. So, is random selection or selection based on wage level better for individuals and American workers as well as their employers? Which one gives more protections for all three? Personally, feels like the electronic wage selection is the best and has the best interest in mind for individuals, employers, and the American workers. In fact, most H-1B visa holders that I know support this rule. Why? Well, it ends the cheap labor debate and almost instantly and only impacts the new H-1B lottery petitions for fiscal year 2022 and beyond. There is, however, a lot of discussion that USCIS will not be able to implement this change and that it will be challenged in the courts in the next month. If this is really about merit and skill, then wage level has to be part of the selection process, not just a prevailing wage determination based on the labor condition application and a random selection in the lottery. A lot of detractors against this change will say it will be impossible for international students with U.S. degrees and minimal experience to be awarded based on wage. I disagree with that assessment, as I think that it will make the 20,000 H-1B visas awarded to individuals with advanced U.S. degrees more validated and actually more valued. If you believe what I am saying here and you think that I'm right or that you approve with this new change that USCIS is implementing for the H-1B HCAP lottery for fiscal year 2022, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. For the full post on USCIS implementing wage-based selection for the H-1B lottery, please check out the H1BGuy.com. And while you're there, please subscribe to the H1BGuy.com so that you can receive the H1B Guy Digest, which will be released for the first time coming up very soon. Reminder that today's post was brought to you by RecruiterNetworks.com, the smart solution for digital perm ads since 2001. This national job board network provides recruitment websites in 1,024 major U.S. metro areas. Each local job board is its own portal and is a low-cost resource for immigration recruitment ads for all industries and professions with a flat price of $225 per ad regardless of which city you choose. RecruiterNetworks.com has been the #1 place for immigration attorneys, immigration ad agencies, and employers to meet the DOL requirements for the digital portion of the perm advertisement rules. RecruiterNetworks.com. Tell them the H1B guy sent you. If you've made it this far, I just want to ask you again to please like this video, subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube, and click the bell for notifications so that you're notified anytime we post new content to this channel or that we go live. I wanted to thank you again for all of your support over the last few weeks. I just really appreciate it. The H1B Guy, your global source for all things H1B.